Guys, what's good? It's your boy Phil. I'm Slick Phil today. Call me Slick Phil. But today we got So Low Leveling 140, the chapter that dropped yesterday or 2 days ago, depending on where you're at in the world. New chapter of Solo Leveling, and it was pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. Definitely setting up the next arc, which is probably going to be in America, so get ready. We're heading to America, boys. It is going to be pretty damn fire. I am very excited for this next arc, man. Obviously, I already told you guys how I feel about Japan and the Japan arc, and how I felt that that arc was really underwhelming, but I have a feeling that we have an opportunity here for shit to hit the fan, especially with what happened in this chapter, 140, man. Crazy chapter, bunch of things revealed. We got my boy Chris Reed. We gotta talk about Chris Reed. Obviously, we have to talk about Chris Reed. We got the Monarchs, multiple Monarchs popping out. We gotta talk about that. We gotta talk about my boy Woo. We gotta talk about America. A lot of stuff to talk about just off this one chapter, man. A lot of shit happened. A lot of shit happened in this chapter. A lot of things we could think about and theorize, all that shit, all jam-packed in this chapter. So without further ado, let's do this shit. Am I the only one who's tired of new characters getting introduced that have a lot of potential, that show their potential, that are completely badass, and they get wiped out in like a few fucking chapters, man? Am I the only one tired of that? I can't be, right? I can't be. The Giant Monarch. Few chapters. We really thought this guy was gonna team up with my boy Woo. They were gonna have a nice duo-ship, a nice partnership. Good shit was gonna happen with them. No, he dies. Christopher Reed, American national level hunter, has the power to like harness light and create armor and become a fucking Attack on Titan. All that shit has that power. Badass. Complete badass. The manifestation of that armor. It looked cool. It looked really cool. 2 chapters. Dead. I don't know. That's just me. But that's what happened to my boy Christopher Reed, man. He got jumped. He got what I like to call Monarch jump. The dude got Monarch jumped by 3 Monarchs, 2 of which are brand new. And I really do want to talk about these 2 Monarchs because they're kind of interesting. The first one, which I don't even know what I want to call this guy, the blonde dude with the fucking earrings, who's probably pretty damn strong. I don't know what I want to call him. He's got like shadow shit. Yeah. No name for this guy yet. I'm going to call him Blonde Monarch. The Blonde Monarch, yeah, badass. Complete badass. His design is badass. I'm sure his powers are cool. He just, I mean, these guys jumped him. All 3 of them got in on the Christopher Reed action, but I have a feeling he was the main catalyst in this fight. I don't know. I just got that feeling. You had the Beast Monarch. Is that official title? I don't even know. The Beast Monarch. That's what I call him. He was there. We've seen him a couple of times traversing the world via portals, all that shit. He is a monarch. Don't quite know what his powers are all about, but if you look at my boy Christopher Reed's body, you'll see claw marks and shit in him. I'm assuming that that has to do with the Beast Monarch. And then you have what I like to call the Waifu Monarch, which I am very excited to see more of. For sure. Not like that. No, not like that. Come on. Get your head out of the fucking gutter, bro. Definitely excited to see more of the Waifu Monarch, who potentially has sound powers. One of them has sound powers, because if you remember in the chapter, my boy Christopher Reed dropped a little glass of vino, some fucking wine. Why would he do that? That's bad luck. Does he know that's bad luck? Well, now he knows because he's fucking dead. Dropped that shit. Didn't hear a single sound from the shattering glass. So one of the 2 Monarchs has sound manipulation as a skill. I'm assuming it's the Waifu Monarch. Well, it could also be the other guy, but I'm gonna say it's the Waifu Monarch, who I cannot wait to see more of. She's got this whole symbiotic venom looking thing going on. She's cool. Can't wait. Best girl? Maybe. I don't know. You tell me. You also had this thing where the Blonde Monarch, the guy with the earrings, was talking to my boy Christopher Reed, but he was actually talking to some other being connected with my boy Christopher Reed through the fragment of brilliant light, which is a term we've heard before in the series. Don't know quite a lot about the fragments of brilliant light thus far, but we know that my boy Christopher Reed was in contact with one, and we know that one is in Korea. Or was it Japan? I don't remember. I think it's Korea. We know all that, right? So that is definitely a plot point we're going to hear about later on in the future. Monarchs versus rulers. We know this. We know that the monarchs really don't like the humans. We know that the rulers probably don't like the humans either. The humans are really just in a really shitty spot here. And that was proven with my boy Christopher Reed. Now, speaking of humanity, my boy Woo on his way to America. Can't wait for that shit to happen. We have a situation. We definitely have a situation here. My boy Woo has presented a card of a suspect of who they think killed Christopher Reed. And lo and behold, the man on that card is his father, Jinwoo Daddy Woo. That's not good. He's pissed off. He went to Darth Vader choke dude. Woo's pissed. The guy's like, hey, we're gonna hunt out your father. We're gonna try and kick his ass. We're gonna put a red alert at the Hunter conference that's gonna happen in probably a few chapters. We're gonna put out a red alert and we're gonna hunt your dad. So are you in or you're out? My boy Woo's in. Obviously, he kind of has to now that he has a guild. And yeah, this is definitely set up. This is about as obvious as a setup as it gets. My boy Woo is definitely gonna encounter his father, whom we don't know quite a lot about. We don't know if he's on the side of the rulers. Is he on the side of the monarch? Probably not. I'm assuming he's on the side of the rulers, as he can use the gates. We think he can use the gates. He's traversing the world via gates. I mean, he hopped out of one at one point, so yeah, he could use the gates. He's on this weird tirade against the monarchs. So shit is going down. I'm assuming that he's working with the rulers. He knows about the rulers, and this is obvious setup. This is set up because my boy Woo, I don't know if you know this about my boy Sung Jin Woo, but he's kind of a monarch. So he's probably gonna fight his dad at some point, which is probably pretty damn hype. Can't wait to see that. This is probably, by the way, really long away, man. This is far. This is very far away. But I'm just throwing shit out there, man. This is probably what we should expecting, all based off of this chapter. Very exciting chapter. And I'm curious, man. I am curious what's gonna happen in America. I have a feeling that we're in for some shit. We're gonna see some cool shit happen, man. Please don't let my hope. Don't let me down, man. Please don't let me down. I'm just really sad. That my boy Christopher Reed got 2-chaptered. This dude got fucking 2-chaptered. He died in 2 chapters, so that's messed up. Not a fan of that. Didn't agree with that at all. But if you do look at his body, obviously I already said you see claw marks in there, possibly from the beast monarch. You got one arm got chopped off. Don't know who did that. Possible sound blasts in his chest. So there's some cool shit there with the boy Christopher Reed. I don't know why they went after him first. I don't know why they went after this dude first. What was so special about Christopher Reed that you had to throw 3 monarchs at him to kill him? His power looked cool and all, but yeah, he kind of got decimated a lot. Obviously, you did have Miss Selner, who prophesied my boy Christopher Reed's death. She saw the light in him and all that shit, and the light connecting all the hunters and stuff, which is another point I want to talk about in a minute, because that's really what all this comes down to. Yeah, my boy Chris is dead. Why did they have to kill him first? I mean, you have a lot of other strong-ass humans, right? A lot of other national-level hunters, like the other American guy. You have the Chinese guy. You have Yuri Orlov, who's dead now. So it's really strange that they had to go after Christopher Reed first. But who knows? Maybe there is a reason for that after all. Now, let's talk about fragments of brilliant light, and let's talk about the gates and all that bullshit that happens, because that's a kind of an important point when it comes down to all this. So this is something from chapter 1, right? This is something from the very first chapter. We know that the gates just popped up randomly, and when the gates popped up, all these hunters started getting these powers, and some hunters got better powers than other hunters, aka the national level hunters, right? The S ranks, all of them. So you know, we have to ask ourselves, where does this power come from? And we know that the gates come from the rulers now, and then that means the rulers, or the powers probably come from the rulers, and that kind of makes sense why the monarchs want to kill all the humans and shit, because they're technically working with the rulers. But that's besides the point. That's what it all boils down to, right? So this is interesting. I have a feeling we're going to see the monarchs pretty frequently now. I think the monarchs are no longer going to be these characters that pop up like once every 5 chapters. No, I think we're going to be seeing the monarchs pretty damn frequently now, and I think America is going to focus around the monarchs, around the national level hunters, around these fragments of brilliant light, around where everybody gets their power from and shit. And yeah, that's what I expect. That's what I definitely expect is going to happen in America. Yo, if the ending... Okay, I'm talking about the ending now. Yeah, that's fucked up. Should I even get into this? I'll probably get into it. If the ending ends with them all losing their powers and nobody has their powers, I don't know how I feel about that. I do not know how I feel about that. I'll make an opinion when we get to that day. But huge chapter, man. Huge chapter when you really look into things and really think about it. We had a great discussion on my VOD and my Twitch when I read this chapter. We had a great discussion about this chapter. I encourage you all to go check it out. It was pretty damn cool. I know a lot of you guys already watched the VOD, so that's cool. Let me know down below. Let me know down below, what did you think about this chapter? How are your theories doing? I don't think they should have changed that much. If you were really on pace with what I was thinking, I don't think your theories should have changed all that much, because most of the same stuff is still holding pretty strong, right? Everything with my boy Woo's dad, the rulers, the monarchs, the gates, my boy Woo, the national level hunters. Everything is kind of still in the same place for the most part, but I definitely think we're going to see more of the monarchs pretty damn soon. Guys, that's the video. I do appreciate you all watching these videos, man. I don't know if a lot of people like them, but I like them. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.